There are lots of people who promote shows, and most of the time they don't know how to promote them as anything other than different. When I recommend shows, I use gold standards that are about things everyone agrees on. Anyone who doesn't follow gold standards is forced to make up reasons for why a show he recommends is worth it. And he usually renames different as better, like this guy who is excited over upcoming isekai because they will have female protagonists. As many pointed out in the comments, that doesn't mean anything. Isekai are not bad because they have male characters, but because they have badly written characters. If the writing was better, the gender wouldn't matter. Female characters are equally as crappy as male characters when the writing is bad. It's even more stupid when the main hook of your claim isn't even true. How is the era of female protagonists coming soon when isekai used to be almost exclusively about female protagonists? It's not unlike anything we've seen before and therefore it's better. It's not even coming soon, but rather it comes back. So how is that better? The answer is, it isn't. The gender of a character does not matter, it's just a personal preference. And yes, obviously men and women don't behave the same, and thus there are differences. But if the writing is good because it follows gold standards, then by itself the gender of a character does not make a story better or worse. And it's so easy to figure that out just by calling out the claimer on his bullshit. If it's just his personal preference and he doesn't have any actual explanation for why something is better, then he will make a fool of himself by turning to all the usual bullshit that will discredit his claim completely. You are not going to ridicule yourself if you use gold standards, because they are common ground. You use something everyone agrees with. Using your personal preferences, on the other hand, is something that can work as a justification only when everyone else has the exact same preferences. Which will never happen, because if it did, your preferences wouldn't be personal to begin with. Can a show be popular by doing things differently from the norm of whatever genre or demographic it is part of? If something is popular, it means it's also mainstream. If it's not mainstream, then it's niche, and niche is never popular. It can be well known in the minority that likes it, but it can never have a broad appeal. For something to be mainstream, it has to be likable to most people who are fans of the specific genres the mainstream show is part of. If a show doesn't please the fans of mainstream genres, then it can't be popular. Meaning it has to play safe, and it must not take any risks. It has to be a crowd pleaser, and it has to be following whatever is trending. For a show to be doing something differently means that it doesn't follow the formula, it breaks away from it, it tries to deconstruct it, and in general it is not trying to please the masses by giving them more of what they like. This automatically means if a show does something differently, it can never be popular. Let's clarify that a hyped show is not the same as a popular show. Whatever is currently airing can be hyped without necessarily being popular. It's just the current thing that sticks out more than other current things. It's the thing people watch the most because everything else is not that good. Almost always whatever is the current thing stops being the current thing as soon as it ends and everybody forgets it once existed, thus proving it was never actually popular, it was just hyped. From all the aforementioned facts, we reach to this conclusion. Something that does things differently can never be popular. It has to please the masses by giving them more of what they are getting already, which means nothing can be out of the ordinary. Anyone who makes up excuses for explaining why the current thing does things differently as means to explain why it's popular is a complete moron. He's also working against the very thing he's trying to defend, by making it seem alien to the fans of the specific genres it is part of. If you want to explain why something is popular, you don't start saying things that don't make it popular. Popularity means mainstream.